Alright, Chelsea fans, here we go again on your back here after another massive victory for Tuchel's men as Chelsea defeat Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium in the Premier League. But before we begin to talk about the players' performance, I would like to ask you to like this video and subscribe to my channel as I'm really trying to grow. Chelsea spoils the party at the Etihad and the champagne from Manchester City has to wait a little longer in the fridge. Chelsea moved to third place in the table as they come back after being 1 goal down and earned a dramatic late victory. Goals came in the form of Ziyech, who slotted in the bottom corner from outside the box to level the scores, and Timo Werner again provided another assist, to which Marcos Alonso popped up to score the goal. Callum was involved too as he started the move and also hit the ball the same time as Alonso, I guess. It had a controversial penalty moment as Billy Gilmore did nothing wrong and Jesus tried to pull the ball to his left leg but didn't quite happen for him and he cut across Billy. But needless to say who the referee was, it was Anthony Taylor, and we all know he's a disgrace of a referee. He should take up a job in a bakery because it's about time he switches jobs, because he certainly is not fit to be a referee. Thomas Tuchel had hinted a rotation in the pre-match interview and he did rightly so. He rested Mason Mount, Silva and Chilwell completely as they didn't even travel with the squad. Tuchel went in with Mendy in goal, Azpilicueta, Rudiger and Christensen forming the back three, with Reece James and Alonso playing as wing-backs, and Kante and Billy formed the pivot, and the front three consisted of Werner, Pulisic and Ziyech. 18-year-old Livramento was also included in the squad. Eduoard Mendy, what a save from the Senegalese keeper, showed signs of being a top keeper as any other keeper would just commit to the penalty, but Mendy stood his ground and got back up to his feet and saved it with just one hand, that to his left hand, to make Sergio Aguero feel embarrassed. He had a couple of easy saves to make and was almost not even tested after the second half. Great game for Mendy and he always gives it his all. Reece James started the first half poorly as he kept giving the ball away and let City counter-attack. But in the second half, he transformed and dominated Mendy, always running past him with all his strength and speed. Reece James had a couple of blasting runs and only needed to have good crossing, in which he struggled with a bit. But a good job in turning up after the break as he really looked impressive. He had another cross in the second half, but Werner was just a second late to score and it was out of Werner's reach. Azpilicueta was a part of the back three and he really is consistent for Chelsea. He breaks the record at Chelsea as he has the most assists by a Chelsea defender in the Premier League and sits on 33 assists for now. He got a clever assist to grab the equalizer, composing himself and picking out Ziyech in the middle. Rudiger again tried his luck from distance today, but was a mile off target from his effort last time. He made some good darting runs however and played really good defensive football. He bailed out Christensen once and did his job very comfortably. He really has the presence of a lead at the back and he didn't have much to do today. Some good clean tackles and blocks coming out of him today. Andreas Christensen did the same mistake and this time Rudiger wasn't there to cover him. There really wasn't a need for this challenge and he went too aggressive. The ball was going out and he only had to stay with his man and force him out. As soon as he went aggressive, not only did he hurt himself but also spoil the shape of the defense as Azpilicueta had to leave his man and run to defend Jesus. Really was a poor decision making from Andreas Christensen. It was all equal at that time and one mistake costed us a clean sheet and most probably would have costed us the game. Really don't know how the substitute wasn't allowed to be made, and this officiating is really bad in the Premier League. No other league has such issues in the big 5 leagues when it comes to officials. Marcos Alonso wasn't seen defending much, but he got one chance and he pounced on it to make the most out of the opportunity. That is Alonso for you. Once he's in the box, 9 out of the 10 times he finds the back of the net. Really did well to score as he gets in good positions in the box. I don't see another left back who gets so central once he's in the final third. Good job from Alonso. Kante was spotted giving the ball away at times, but he grew into the game and was always nicking the ball away from opponents with every chance he got. He was full of incredible energy and was spotted going in front too, was solid while defending and took full responsibility in the middle of the pitch and was subbed off midway through the second half. As much as he runs and looks energetic, we need to remember he too is human and needs rest, especially when he is fasting. Was a good display from the number 7 nonetheless. Gilmour looked confident in midfield and he looked to play as a playmaker, and he did make some mistakes, but it was really a good performance, especially by someone who hasn't got a lot of minutes. It didn't look like Gilmour doesn't play a lot, and he looked confident on and off the ball. Billy Gilmour was very good in the second half and made more forward runs and got into attacking positions. He had a chance where he did everything right, but he just took one extra touch and the ball was taken away from him. We all know Billy can shoot well, and another classy outing from the youngster. Hakim Ziyech was too wasteful in possession, as he always lost the ball or gave the ball away attempting a diagonal ball towards Werner or Pulisic, or tried to dribble past their players. He was better in the second half, however, and he did well to find the equalizer. He has scored his second goal against Manchester City, and all he needed was one chance to score and make his contribution to the game. The shot was good and was hit with power right into the bottom corner, and he was always trying to have one from distance. He had a crack in the first half too, but was comfortable save for Ederson, as it was just little to his right, a little bit higher, and it would have been a goal. Pulisic, I really don't know what happened to him today. He saw enough of the ball but really did too little with it. He looked to go past players, but they countered him well. He did play a part in the equalizer, but he never at all looked too much into the game. There was a good pass for him by Reece James, but he had a very poor touch and he let it go. And it was a very dangerous counter attack that followed out of that, and he was lucky that Mendy was there to save him out. Timo Werner got an assist, but he could have got a goal for himself too. He really needs to stay onside, as almost 90% of the time he is offside. He doesn't time his runs well and isn't aware of the back line. He had two goals that found the back of the net but was ruled offside. One where he flicked the Reece James cross in, and the other where he did well to get around Ederson but was miles offside there too. He really needs to be aware of defensive line, as he always is being caught offside on the average of being offside 5 times per match. He even calls for the ball when he is in an offside position and doesn't even make an effort to be onside. When Kante looked to play him the ball, he was in an offside position and he kept asking for it. Finally, Kante was forced to play it behind to Rudiger. Same way with Pulisic, he too was forced to go on his own and couldn't play the pass to Werner because Werner was offside. Substitutions came in the form of Kurt Zouma, who looked solid behind and makes some good tackles. That tackle on Sterling really needed to be timed well, and he did so and got the tackle just right. Kurt Zouma looked solid at the back and distributed the ball well from behind. He did get into a clumsy giveaway, but he was lucky not to be punished. Jorginho kept Chelsea in the game and also let Gilmour flourish, as well as Billy got into a more attacking role. Callum Hudson-Odoi came on and added a big burst of energy to the game, as he looked lively and made some smart passes. His goal got ruled offside because his knee was offside. Did well to start the move for the second goal. Needs to play more minutes for us, as he really has the potential to be one of the best. It was a game of chess and Thomas Tuchel came out on top. He saw Reece James getting the better of Mendy, and as soon as Pep realizes that, he makes a change and he puts in Zinchenko, who was playing higher up the pitch. And as soon as Thomas Tuchel sees that, he puts in Callum Hudson-Odoi, who is good in 1-versus-1 situations, and that substitution was rewarded by a goal. We really have to appreciate Thomas Tuchel, as he really is doing a good job. Hope this defeat stays in Pep's brain and he overthinks it and ruins it for his own self in the final. I really don't understand what the use of VAR is, as it really isn't used rightly. We saw Harry Kane being ruled offside, and another horrible decision last season that saw Bournemouth get relegated. Great job from the whole team, and we need to have the same mentality and be hungry to turn over games even when we are behind. Great fighting spirit from the team, and we need to keep getting better to be the best teams. The boys' mentality has really turned around ever since Thomas Tuchel came in, and has really transformed this team to be one of the best and to keep believing in themselves to be at the very top. Tuchel said he doesn't want Chelsea to be a team who only makes it to the finals, but he wants to make Chelsea a team who wins finals. Really need to appreciate Tuchel and give him credit here. Chelsea will face Arsenal next at Stamford Bridge, and I really hope we thrash them. A win here would do wonders for a top 4 race, and we will play Leicester in the finals of the FA Cup and look to get our hands on some silverware. That's it for now. If you watched the video till here, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Also, let me know who your man of the match was down in the comments below. You can also support me by donating me a coffee, and it's really a simple and cheap process that starts from just $1. Link is in my description, so please head over there and donate. We'll see you all soon in the next video. Have a nice day, stay safe, goodbye.